You won't believe this. Remy Ma, the queen of loyalty anthems, just got caught in a scandal so intense it makes any daytime drama look tame. Word is, she didn't just cheat on Papoose, she did it with his own friend. Yes, the same guy Pappy. Trusted, the one who laughed with them, shared meals, and was part of their inner circle. When Papoose discovered the betrayal, he didn't call a lawyer or watch from behind a phone. He confronted the friend and, according to insiders, knocked him out cold. No cameras, no warnings, just pure Bronx energy. For weeks, the rumor mill spun out of control. Fans tried to piece together timelines and leaked messages. Even celebrity gossip giants were stunned into silence. Then, in stepped Fat Joe, hip-hop's unofficial family counselor and the man who bridged Remy and Papoose at their start. When Fat Joe finally spoke, the internet exploded. He didn't mince words. On a recent live stream, Fat Joe described how tightly Remy and Papoose once held each other's backs. He remembered studio nights where they wrote lyrics proclaiming undying devotion. He talked about their vows, the songs, and the years they spent building Black love into a brand. He didn't shy away from calling what happened a betrayal, on murder level. A chess move so cold it hit like a heavyweight punch. Fat Joe also urged Remy to own her mistake. He reminded her how many people looked to her as a model of loyalty and strength. "You told the world you'd stand by your man," he said. "Now you gotta stand by your truth and face the fallout." He warned Papoose not to fall into bitterness, but to protect his peace and remember all the love that once held him up. Then, in a moment that left viewers speechless, Fat Joe laid out a hard truth. Real love means more than Instagram posts and matching outfits. It's built on respect. If that's broken, you gotta rebuild or walk away. He didn't offer easy forgiveness or preach cliches. He simply pointed out that both of them deserve honesty and healing, not endless rumors and silent treatments. After his words, fans flooded social media with mixed reactions, some praising Fat Joe for speaking plainly, others wondering if Remy and Papoose could ever come back from this. But one thing's clear, with Fat Joe's voice in the mix, this isn't just another tabloid story. It's a call for truth, accountability, and the possibility that even the deepest wounds can lead to real growth, if both people are willing to face the music.
Character. It's that time.
So Pap's attitude is, you don't shake no nigga that had sex with your wife. So he's like, basically, whenever I see him, I'm knocking him out. So Pap knocked him out. And then Remy called him, I guess it was a Remy event, Remy called and said, "Yo, now you wild out. Now I got to be with the so he don't press charges and do all the wild shit. Now I can't even curve the I was just about to."
You may want to sit down for this one because it's wild. Remy Ma, the queen of loyalty anthems, has allegedly cheated on Papoose with one of his closest friends. And when Pap found out, he didn't hire a lawyer or call security. According to insiders, he confronted the man and knocked him out cold. No cameras, no warnings, just raw Bronx justice. Let's rewind and start from the beginning. Remy and Papoose have long been hip-hop's power couple. They survived prison time, belt-tight budgets, and industry ups and downs. They built a brand around their undying devotion, even adopting the hashtag jar Black Love to celebrate their bond. For years, fans saw them as untouchable. But last winter, things started to feel off. Gossip sites noticed Remy arriving at events alone. Pap stopped doing joint interviews. On Instagram, he shared cryptic lines like, "Trust is like paper. Once crumpled, it can never be perfect again." Viewers sensed a shift, but no one knew the full story. Then blurry photos began leaking. First, just a glimpse of Remy laughing with a mystery man. Next, clearer shots showed him in the background of studio sessions. A few months later, receipts appeared online. A DM screenshot where Remy wrote, "We can't risk being seen together again," followed by a tears of joy emoji. For some, that was innocent flirting. For others, it was proof of betrayal. As rumors swirled, the hip-hop world went into detective mode. TikTokers mapped out timelines, comparing Remy's flight logs to the mystery man's visits. Twitter threads dissected every like and comment. Fans pored over old videos of Remy and Pap, searching for signs of a crack in their fortress. Through it all, Fat Joe stayed silent. Until now. Known as the godfather of rap's tight-knit circle, he finally stepped up to set the record straight. In a no-holds-barred livestream, he described how he introduced Remy to Pap after her release from prison, how they vowed loyalty in the studio, and how he watched their love story bloom against all odds. Then came the verdict. "They'll strike at your enemies, then they'll strike at your friends," Fat Joe warned, quoting a street saying. This isn't just hype. He's seen loyalties shift and alliances crumble. When he heard Remy's story, he wasn't shocked. He was sad that it took this form. Fat Joe didn't sugarcoat it. He called the alleged affair chessboard treason, a move colder than any rap diss. He challenged Remy to face the truth, reminding her that her words about standing by her man would mean nothing if she couldn't admit what she did. Meanwhile, Papoose quietly nursed his wounds. He vanished from social media, no angry posts, no rant videos, just a single Instagram story on a black background. Loyalty doesn't fade, it evaporates. His silence spoke volumes. He was hurt, but he refused to fuel a public spectacle. Legal experts began whispering about potential criminal charges for assault. After all, knocking someone unconscious in public can have consequences. Rumors said Papoose was consulting a lawyer, not for divorce papers yet, but to defend himself in case his friend pressed charges. On the business side, the couple's joint ventures took a hit. Merch lines froze, a planned reality show was shelved, and sponsors pulled back. When a brand drops your promo quietly, you know your image is too damaged to save. Public reaction was intense. Memes emerged in minutes. One showed Papoose on a throne of pain. Another placed Remy in a Game of Thrones betrayal scene. TikTok creators reenacted the fight, the DM messages, and even Fat Joe's ominous warning. Fans also turned on Fat Joe, asking why he stayed silent so long. Some suspected he was protecting Remy. Others thought he knew all along. He didn't answer that call. He simply reshared his old line. Loyalty is a currency most people can't afford. Amid the chaos, a deeper conversation began about how we elevate celebrity relationships to legend status only to tear them down in public. Podcast hosts asked, "Do we expect too much from people in the spotlight?" Essayists wrote about the dangers of idolizing love as entertainment. Then, in a final twist, Papoose dropped a freestyle without warning. Over a haunting beat, he rapped about building a castle with his own hands and watching it collapse with her lies. The lines weren't a cheap diss. They were raw heartbreak poured into rhyme. "I built us up, then I got knifed for the prize," he spat. Fans fell silent. His pain was impossible to ignore. Now that the dust has settled, the question remains, what's next? Will Papoose rise above this betrayal and rebuild? Can Remy earn back any trust? And what will Fat Joe say if he ever speaks on it again? One thing's certain, this wasn't just another tabloid scandal. It was the public unmasking of real feelings and real consequences. The drama may fade from headlines, but the lessons about loyalty, truth, and the cost of betrayal will echo far beyond hip-hop. So tell us, what would you do in Papoose's place? Stay silent like a king guarding his pain, or strike back like a man with nothing left to lose? And do you think Remy's mistake was a moment of weakness or a sign of something deeper? Drop your thoughts below. No filter, no fluff, just real talk.